Gathering is the spark, unity is the fuel, and teamwork ignites the flame of success. The most awaited event is finally here. It is my privilege and delight to offer a hearty welcome to all the delegates, faculty members, and students gathered here to this Silver Jubilee Global Academica Industry Conclave on Pharma Technology, Empowering Education, Innovation, and Collaboration in association with Purdue University USA, Maiva Pharmaceuticals Private Limited, Entrepreneurship Development and Innovation Institute, Anna Business Incubation Research Foundation, Life Pharma Coalition, AI Sante, and experts on board. Organized by the Association of Pharmaceutical Technology Students, it's indeed a proud moment to all of us. With utmost respect, I request everyone to rise up for the Tamil Taiwal.
நிலமடந்தை சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ்வத கனவும் அதில் சிறந்த காவிடனும் திருநாடும் அத்திரக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனே தமிழனே உன் சீரமை திறம்பியந்து செய்ய மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Thank you all. Please be seated.
Lighting the lamp. It is with great honor that we begin our event with the traditional ceremony of lighting the Kuttu Vilakku, symbolizing the dispelling of darkness and bringing of knowledge and prosperity. Now I invite our esteemed delegates, Professor P. Selvamani, Professor T. Senthilkumar, Professor K. Shanmugasundaram, Dr. C. N. Ramchand, and Professor William Clark to kindly come forward and light the lamp to inaugurate the event. Great leaders inspire greatness in others. Our head of the Department of Pharmaceutical Technology, Dr. P. Selvamani, has always inspired us to aim higher, guiding us toward excellence with vision and purpose. Sir has completed his PhD in pharmacy from Jadavpur University in the year 2003. His innovative work on peptide-coated theragnostic nanoparticle probes, for which he was awarded a patent, marks a significant advancement in therapeutic technologies. Sir has authored over 114 publications and contributed 22 book chapters, furthering the knowledge in his field. His work has received 861 citations, a testament to the impact of his research in pharmaceutical sciences. He has also authored and edited books on nanobiopharmaceutical technology, providing critical insights into the intersection of nanotechnology and drug development. His outstanding research has earned him several prestigious awards, including the Tamil Nadu Young Scientist Fellowship in 2015 and the Young Investigator Award in the same year, along with many other honors recognizing his contributions to scientific progress. With great respect and admiration, I wholeheartedly welcome Professor P. Selvamani to deliver the welcome address.
Special good morning to all the dignitaries on the dais, esteemed guests, respected faculty members, dear students, and the invitees, the most respected MDs and founders, CEOs of various pharmaceutical industries. It is with immense pride and happiness I extend a warm welcome to you all to the Silver Jubilee Global Academy Industria Conclave on Pharma Technology, Empowering Education, Innovation and Collaboration. This event marks 25 years of excellence for our Department of Pharmaceutical Technology, highlighting its contributions to both academic and research fields, as well as its valuable partnership with the industry. We are organizing this conclave in collaboration with Purdue University, Maiva Pharmaceuticals Private Limited, EDII ABI RF, Live Pharma Coalition, experts on board, and our beloved Association of Pharmaceutical Technology students. We are deeply honored to have several distinguished individuals with us today. First, Professor Dr. T. Senthilkumar, Dean of UCE-BIT Campus, Anna University, who has always been a guiding force behind all our initiatives, and today he will preside our event. Welcome you, sir. Next, I would like to welcome Professor K. Shanmugasundaram, sir, Director, Center for University Institute Collaboration, Anna University, Chennai, who has graciously accepted our invitation and will deliver the inaugural address. Welcome you, sir. I'd like to welcome Professor William Clark, Professor of Chemical Engineering and Director, Professional Master's Program at Purdue University, USA, who is here to share his insights and to explore collaborations with Anna University and while recruiting students for Purdue's higher learning programs. He will deliver today's keynote address. Welcome you, Professor. Next, I would like to welcome Dr. C.N. Ramchand, President and CEO, Saksin Life Sciences and Director, Theragen Biologics, a globally renowned expert in pharma industry, and we are privileged to have him to release our souvenir and deliver a plenary lecture today. Welcome you, sir. I would also like to acknowledge the support of the members of the Vice Chancellor's Convener Committee and Professor J. Prakash, Registrar, Professor P. Hariharan, Director of Constituent Colleges, Professor R. Bhaskaran, Director for International Relations. They have been pillars of strength and we are delighted to welcome them to join us online for this event. In addition, I extend a very warm welcome to all the dignitaries of the dais, our own senior faculty members, heads of various departments, industry leaders, experts. To name, Shri Ashik Ahmed, Managing Director, Pristine Pearl, Pharma Private Limited, Shri Mohammad Mukhtar, Founder, Cortex Marketing, Shri Vijay Krishna, Analytical Manager, Spinos Life Science, Dr. Naveen Kumar, Founder and Managing Director, Immunogenics Biosciences, Shri Yashwant Mishra, co-founder, Live Pharma Coalition, and Shri Udayamurthy, Sales Head, Pristine Pearl Pharma Private Limited, Shri Mujabur Rahman, Sales Head, Pristine Pearl Pharma, and Shri S.T. Kaliraj, Founder, Scalivers, Mr. Ganesh, Head Operations, Maiva Pharmaceutical Private Limited, Mr. Balamurugan, Head Analytical, Maiva Pharmaceuticals, and Mr. Govindaraju, Head Formulation R&D and Technology Transfer, Maiva Pharmaceuticals, Shri Shrikant, Chief Human Resources Officer, Go Active, Shri Preetipal Singh, Vice President and Head, Tirupati Group, Shri Rakesh Petwal, Assistant Vice President, Tirupati Group, and Shri Sanjay Patania, Head of Quality Assurance, Tirupati Life Sciences, Shri Karthik Shanmugam, Senior General Manager, Apex Laboratories, Dr. L. Panayappan, CEO, Pasumai Pharmacy, Shri Devendan, CEO and Managing Director, Dr. Thanks Product and Nalan Herbaceuticals, and Chitra Ramanan, Chairperson, SIES School of Business Studies, and Dr. Shalini Gulecha, HOD Marketing, CSCOMS, and Mr. Bharat Solanki, MD and CEO, BIOS Lab, Mr. Sharik Khan, Senior Vice President, AREX Labs, and Mr. Deepak Sharma, Country Manager, Glenmark Pharmaceuticals, and our own postdoc students, research scholars, PG and UG students, and delegates from other institutes who have joined us for this prestigious occasion. So on behalf of the department, I extend a very sincere thanks and warm welcome to all our sponsors, especially Maiva Pharmaceuticals, EDI, ABIRF, Canara Bank, IDBI Bank, Spinos Life Sciences for their unwavering support, and to the present media who have joined us to cover this important event in this campus. We welcome you all. As we commemorate the 25th anniversary of our department, I would like to briefly highlight its history. Originally conceived by Professor Jagadisan, former Vice Chancellor of Bharatdasan University, this institute has started with 4 innovative courses. Then we launched the MPharm program in 2005. In 2006, we had a global pharmaceutical engineering conference. An additional MPharm program was introduced in 2007. And 2012, we established the National Facility for Drug Development, and we merged with Anna University, Chennai, which marks a transformative phase for our career, professional endeavors. And in 2013, we organized a nanobio conference in association with University of South Florida and Mother Teresa University. And as outcome of the event, we were recognized as Center of Excellence in Nanobio Translational Research. And we also offer MTech Pharmaceutical Biotechnology, and we secured grants for various national facility projects and EDA Incubation Center. And we are housed with a central animal facility, and alumni from this department were in prominent pharma industries, in multinationals, and pursuing their higher education in many prestigious institutions, and some became entrepreneurs. And our faculty has consistently organized many events for dissemination of knowledge. Academically, the department has produced over 80 PhDs, 600 MPharm students, 90 MTech students, and around 1,100 BTech graduates till date. And we faculty members have very good impact through research collaborations and contributing to numerous publications, patents, and innovations. So with these brief milestones underscores the department role as a leader in pharmaceutical education and research. Thanks are due to our former HODs and all my colleagues, alumni, and current students for all these laurels. And today's conclave is an embodiment of the close collaboration between academia and industry. And over the next 2 days, we will delve into key areas such as pharmaceutical engineering, artificial intelligence, digital healthcare transformation, and opportunities for higher education and for industry partnership. And we are fortunate to have distinguished speakers, including Professor William and Dr. C.N. Ramchand, who will share their valuable insights along with other invitees. We welcome you all, and this event definitely will serve as a platform for our students, researchers, and professionals to engage, collaborate, to build network, which will shape the future of pharma industry. Before concluding, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to all the organizing committee members, faculty team, administrative staff, supporting staff, students for their dedicated efforts in making this event a very grand success. I wish everyone an enriching and inspiring 2 days ahead. Once again, a heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you. Thank you, one and all.
As a token of our appreciation, we would like to honor our guest with traditional shawl and a memento. The shawl and memento shows our respect and admiration for your achievements and service. It represents the warmth of our gratitude and the threads of connection we share in our professional journey. Now I request Professor T. Senthilkumar sir to present the shawl and memento to Dr. William Clark. Request Dr. T. Senthilkumar sir to present shawl and memento to Dr. C. N. Ramchand. I request Professor P. Selvamani sir to present the shawl and memento to Mr. Ashwant Mishra. I request Professor Tiruchirappalli sir to present the shawl and memento to Professor Shanmugasundaram sir. I request Professor Selvamani sir to present the shawl and memento to Professor Senthilkumar sir. I request Dr. A. Uma Maheshwari ma'am to present the shawl and memento to Professor Tiruchirappalli sir. Now I request Professor T. Senthilkumar sir to present the shawl and memento to Professor Selvamani sir. Success is not the result of spontaneous combustion. You must set yourself on fire. Sir has succeeded and truly set a benchmark for multi-hyphenated achievements. A renowned coach and author of various books. With over 23 years experience and leadership in various academic and professional forums, respected sir has received various awards which includes Best Researcher Award from CTDT Anna University, Chennai. Intellectual Property Award for securing national and international patents on the behalf of BIT campus. He has also received Association of Pharmacy Professional Appreciation Award for outstanding efforts for accomplishment in the 5th annual convention. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. He is such a person who has arranged varied placement drives for the welfare of the students. Not only a fellow member in Indian Institute of Engineers, he is also a life member in Indian Society for Technical Education. An administrator, researcher, innovator, hockey player, facilitator, and a pillar of our campus, it's none other than our respected Dean, Dr. T. Senthilkumar sir, University College of Engineering, Anna University, Trichy. We welcome you to pleasantly deliver the presidential address.
Morning to everyone. Most respected, my friend, Dr. Shanmugasundaram, Director for Center for University Institute Collaboration, Chennai. Respected Professor William Clark from USA. Dr. C.N. Ramchand, President CEO, Life Science Private Limited. And Mr. Yaswant Sharma, Life Pharma from Delhi. Dignitary Anand of the dais, the most respected, young and energetic HOD of the Pharmaceutical Engineering, Dr. Selvamani, and Senior Professor, Dr. Senthilkumar, Head of the Departments, Dr. Suresh and Dr. Venkadeshan, Senior Professor, Asset of our institution, Dr. Rukmani Madam, and other professors and non-teaching staff, and my dear young student friends. Good morning to Anata. It's given me immense pleasure. I wholeheartedly thank Shanmugasundaram because tomorrow he conduct one all chairman's meeting for deliberation AI application in education. In spite of the busy schedule, we are calling and then we are approaching only Friday. He readily accept our invitation and then come over here as a physical presence on behalf of Honorable Convener Committee and the respected Registrar, respected Director, and my own behalf, all the faculty member of Anna University, and then my student friends, wholeheartedly thank Dr. Shanmugasundaram, accept our invitation, and presently, President deliver the presidential address. I also, along with Selvamani, welcome Professor William Clark, accept our invitation. Yesterday you are in Anna Chennai, but I am busy schedule, I will not meet you. So I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir, for this happiest occasion. I welcome all other dignitaries on and after dais. The first foremost, as a dean of this institution, I want to tell one important message. I'm happy to say the Anna University Chennai sanctioned 23.14 crores for construct the new academic block in UCE-BIT campus. This is a good milestone for us. Because after 12 years, we are constructing one academic block. So I'm happy to say, sir, this campus is located center of Tamil Nadu. We have around 354 acres land with 9.4 kilometer perimeter wall. And then we are having a 12 UG program, 6 PG program, and 14 disciplines of the PhD program we are offering. And then around 4,224 students are sitting in our campus, as well as we have around 464 faculty members, along with 400 faculty members of doctorate, and then our H index is 54, and then we have around 120 patents are registered, as well as 64 patents are declared in product patent, design patent, and copyrights. So we are very strength in research and then as well as teaching learning methodology. I'm happy to say we have received around 40 crores from various funding agency and national international funding agency, as well as 2 national facility available in pharmaceutical engineering and 1 AICT personality development in automobile engineering. So in this juncture, we are very happy to declare, sir, we are in constant 2 major areas of the students' education. One is entrepreneurship, next one is placement. Last 3 years, we are achieved around 95% of placement in various sectors of the engineering and pharmaceutical engineering. As well as our students are well known in entrepreneurship. We have 2.5 crores entrepreneur Section 8 company located in Trichy. So in this juncture, this is the first department we are conducting the Silver Jubilee celebration. We are also celebrate the Silver Jubilee celebration in Institute in the month of the May. In this juncture, I thank once again Shanmugasundaram sir and all other organizations for conducting this program in grand manner. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir, for your wise words. The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. It is my privilege to introduce Professor K. Shanmugasundaram, a distinguished professor in the Engineering Design Division at Anna University. With over 2 decades of academic and research experience, Dr. Shanmugasundaram has made significant contributions to the fields of electromagnetic forming, product development, metal matrix composites, and friction stir welding and processing. His deep expertise stems from a solid foundation in education, with a PhD in fracture mechanics from Anna University, an advanced degree in engineering design and mechanical engineering from Bharatya University. Professor Shanmugasundaram's academic journey began in the year 1999, and he has since held various positions ranging from assistant professor at Amrita University to his current role as professor at Anna University, where he has been a vital member of the faculty since 2013. Over the years, he has held several leadership roles, including Director of the Center for University Industry Collaboration and Director of the AUFRG Institute for CAD-CAM. In addition to his academic and administrative responsibilities, Professor Shanmugasundaram is deeply involved in professional communities. He is a life member of renowned institutions such as the Institution of Engineers, Academy of Sciences, Chennai, American Society of Mechanical Engineers, and ISTE. His active engagement reflects his commitment to advancing the field of mechanical engineering and fostering innovation through collaboration. Now I request Professor K. Shanmugasundaram sir pleasantly to deliver the inaugural address.
Very good morning. Most respected Dean, University Campus of Engineering, BIT Campus, Professor Senthilkumar. Distinguished guest of honor, Professor William Clark, Davidson School of Chemical Engineering. Swinburne Adjunct Professor and President and CEO, Saksin Life Sciences, Dr. Ramchand. Mr. Yashwant Mishra, co-founder Life Pharma Coalition. Professor Tiruchirappalli, dear colleagues from Pharmaceutical Technology Department, starting from the head of the department and all the senior professors, distinguished teachers, respected and dignified invitees from the different companies. I could see almost 30 delegates from industry volunteering to themselves to participate, and my dear student friends. It's been an honor and privilege for me to be here in this 25th, the Silver Jubilee celebration of one of the most unique departments of Bharathidasan University and now Anna University. So when we used to see institutions grow very fast, we always have a apprehension, how could that happen? But when Bharathidasan University or this department has started 25 years back, I'm sure these were some of the niche areas where people were extremely limited. But I went through the profiles of all the faculty. I could see they had extensive experience in their own field. Probably from the words of Dean, very good entrepreneurship culture, probably extremely high value research outputs, and finally, it's translating to placements. So when I see the interesting topic of empowering education, innovation, and collaboration, it's an odd man out. I am present here not as a biotechnologist, not as a pharmaceutical technologist, but as a mechanical engineer. I could see myself different, not wearing the coat in an international conference. But on the other side of it, the flip side of it, when we see empowering education, that's where the national education policy has been formulated, probably except for a few. Most of the things are what most of the academicians accept and welcome the benefits of it, which we could see Professor William Clark as a MS degree from Purdue University, but an MD in profession. So lifelong we have the possibilities of learning and formulating our career. Where we get the interest, that's where our passion would lie, and that's where we would be able to shine. But unfortunately, we see different engineering degrees given. Unfortunately, when we have huge demand in a particular domain, of course, we know as of now, artificial intelligence, many of the courses, including probably biotechnology, what could have been a 190 student would be joining. They wanted to have a career or pursue their career only in the fields where they believe the perception of present needs. But this particular pharmaceutical industry, everybody started to look back only from the days of COVID, because India has been on the highlights, probably globally. We could see the first vaccine bulk manufactured to the entire globe. And I could see the discussions we had, almost 70% of the vaccines, almost 50% of the drugs are being manufactured in India for the global requirement. But at the same time, when I have a vague memory of recollecting, the doctor who invented the vaccine for polio did not take up the patent. That was the greatness of that particular gentleman. When there are going to be business for every patent, he was the one who was ready to serve it for the entire community. So when we were in the dearth of not having jobs, restricted number of opportunities, when we could see the pharmaceutical companies making huge business, maybe we have heard that one of the bosses of a particular company, the serum, he was able to get thousands of crores villa in UK. I'm not accusing any industry, but at the same time, that's where the opportunity lies. When there are 5,000 plus pharma industries globally, when there are every year, every month, every week, we get new formulations. Where do we stand? And of course, when the interactions with the faculty, I could see with number theory and artificial intelligence, you can very easily come out with new formulations which could be a substitute for a generic medicine. When there are so much of requirements for so much of diseases which are perennial, namely the cancer, which where we could see the not much of affordable drugs are there, that's where our students should try to be very, very innovative. So today you have grown up with technology, you have the possibilities of working on the basic research, because when we look at our life after completing graduation, we always aim to have a career and look at money. There is a wonderful book called The Psychology of Money. Please do read it. It is not how fast or how much you make money, but how you are able to get that even without education. That's the wonderfulness of that book, because this particular industry, as I said, you are going to have a huge potential to come out with low cost solution for many of the drugs which otherwise are going to be not affordable to the larger population. When so much of viral things are happening globally, the monkeypox being the recent one, but still when we are hearing that we are not going to have a solution, where does the problem lie? Is it that engineers remain engineers, doctors remain doctors, or is there any coalition between this or not? I'm sure if it is looked as a business, it's a huge business, but that's where the opportunity lies for you youngsters, because India being running in the forefront almost in the 5th position globally in terms of manufacturing. We have crossed Japan and Germany, and that's where you are going to have in another few years the companies which are already there in above us are also slowing down. So we would be soon reaching, after US and China, India becoming third in many of the manufacturing aspect, and biotechnology is not going to be so late. We are already reaching towards that. So in that case, your exposure to this 2 days conference, where I could see almost 30 major giants, most probably the effort the department, the head of the department, and all colleagues would have put in, I could understand, because inviting 30 guests, arranging for brainstorming roundtables and keynote address is a very big task. Make use of this huge opportunity, because you are going to get the insights of the global aspects and possibilities of this pharma industry from educationalists, from events, as well as people who have wide collaborations across industries as well as institutions. So in that true sense, I congratulate the department. I wish the department grow huge. Maybe in another 5 years, I wanted to see this to be the best department in BIT campus, though I am a mechanical engineer, because that's where we feel when there is going to be a solution for the humanity, we all support. And that's where, as product designer, I feel happy when we hear that our mechanical engineering professors are working in the Ayush, because not just biotechnology, you have 10,000s of crores every year provided for startups, provided for research. But Ayush is also a department, Ayurveda, Unani, your uh, Siddha and homeopathy. You could also invest on our basic natural science, because that's where our strength lies. So if you could come out with some new formulations, which I also know from the discussions that it is already there in the subject, but if you could make that a possibility where simple human and health becomes the priority to India, and if you could find a solution to such a complex problems where 140 crores of people are there, it's going to be a solution for the entire globe. So with that wishes, I thank the dean, the department for having invited me. Thank all the colleagues for making this a huge success, and wishing you all the very best. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. It is my pleasure to welcome and especially honored to have a visionary leader and an innovator in the field of biotechnology, Dr. C.N. Ramchand. Sir is currently serving as the president and CEO of Saksin Life Sciences Private Limited, a startup biotech company with a career that spans across continents and numerous prestigious positions. He has contributed significantly to the advancement of science and healthcare. Doctor has received the Prime Minister Award. He is a distinguished scientist, and his remarkable contributions have not only brought recognition to our nation but also inspired countless individuals in the field. This highlights his achievement with the respect and recognition for his prestigious honor to have him here with us. And we look forward to hearing his thoughts and insights that will undoubtedly inspire us and enlighten us. Dear audience, please join us in welcoming Dr. C.N. Ramchand.
Good morning, everybody. Respected Professor Shanmugasundaram, Dr. William Clark, Dr. Selvamani, Professor C. Senthilkumar, and Dr. Mishra, and all the teachers, students. I was to visit here some time back. The reason is that, Professor Rukmani and we used to meet in Anna University and multiple committees. She has invited me. Unfortunately, I could not make it. Though earlier I used to come here because my children studied in NIT. So, but that was quite some time back. Anyway, I could make it this time. And interestingly, when I was going through all the facilities, I realized that, what a good facility you have. And I have also seen some of the things you mentioned that, one is development of peptides from milk, the other one is drug discovery, and the third is nanotechnology. These are all, frontier areas of life science or medical technology. And I was also mentioning, probably it will be worthwhile, because I'm conducting a workshop in Anna University, probably in November, on drugs and biologics discovery. And I suggested that, we should also do one over here. Now, if you really see the title given, that is Global Academia Industry Conclave on Pharma Technology, empowering education, innovation, and collaboration. Three things are mentioned. Of course, education is required, whichever way, whether it is for a PhD program or whatever is connected to life science. The other thing is that, on innovation. Without innovation, especially for a scientist, nothing is there. And whatever we are developing, it is through innovation. And the most important thing is collaboration. I always tell, to whether it is students or others, networking is one of the most important things. Now, why this collaboration is required, whether international or national collaboration? And Professor Clark will be knowing that, especially in the US, there is a lot, because I also did my postdoctoral there, and subsequently I worked in UK for about 13, 14 years in the university teaching. But most of my funding was from pharmaceutical companies, mainly product development. So this is something significantly missing in India. Now, I can definitely tell that because half of my life I spent in academics. Mainly, I taught in India as well as in US as well as in UK. Subsequently, last 23, 24 years, I am into pharma or, biotech industry. And last 10 years, I'm into my own, drug discovery, biologics discovery, nanotechnology, nutraceutical, this type of company development. There is a significant requirement is there for collaborations. Now, the problem is that, in India, the universities, don't feel bad, universities thinks that in an industry is ready to take all their technology and use. And as far as industry is concerned, the moment you go there, the timeline, if a university or when a project is given, I'm telling about with live examples only, we can ask anybody. So this is something to be sorted out. As far as an industry is concerned, timeline is extraordinarily important. You know that, when you are developing a drug, only 20 years patent is there. And by the time it is developed, clinical trials are there, most of the time is over. So it is so important keeping timeline in check. The other thing is that, there is a significant difference because when I came from academia to industry, I realized that, the difference of the work pressure, and the requirement needed by analysts. I was reporting, you might be knowing, I was trained in as a vice president of Sun Pharmaceuticals. I was completely developing, the setting up the facility and all. And I was reporting to one of the greatest visionary, Dilip Sangh, if you haven't heard. He was one of the richest Indian. Now he is the fourth richest, 11th or 12th world richest man, Sun Pharma's chairman. He was only a BCom person. So please also remember, it is not required that so much of degree or something, you need to have a proper vision. So that was the person, and who actually I got the complete training in developing products and other through him only, because I was reporting to him. because before that I was totally into research, teaching, and PhD students. Anyway, this is the background I want to tell. Now, why we need a collaboration? Why India needs to develop drugs? The previous speaker has mentioned that India is fourth or fifth largest manufacturers. That is true. Because we have 25% of the people and we have 26,000 pharmaceutical company. We're one of the second or third largest API manufacturers and many formulations. But one thing what you have to see is that what is the value generation? Now, value generation cannot be done through API or, patented product, copying patents and developing products or formulation. That is, there is hardly any value generation. That what I meant is value generation. I can't explain that one right now, because a company which has a novel product, for example, a blockbuster drug they produce, that if the company has a turnover of $10 billion, the value of that company will be about 120 billion or even more. This is what is called the value generation. Now see in Indian situation. Now before that, how many diseases are there? Human disease, about 36,000 human diseases are there. And we have only reasonable idea about 25% of the disease. Almost 26,000 diseases, we have no idea. So many such diseases are there, mainly orphan diseases. Orphan diseases means the disease where there's only small number of people will be affected. Now, out of this few thousand disease, like, allergy, asthma, inflammation, then, there are good drugs are there, infection, antibiotics, vaccines. These are all very good drugs are there. Now, if you think about the other diseases, like in a neurological disease, for example, schizophrenia, depression, mania, manic depression, Alzheimer's disease. So 11,000 categories of or subcategories of such diseases are there. Unfortunately, there is nothing is there. A no target-based drug is there. Think about, you might be thinking that for cardiovascular disease, there is about 2,000 plus different subtypes are there. Initially, cholesterol was a responsible factor. That's gone. Cholesterol is not connected to any cardiovascular disease. Earlier, we were thinking that consumption of sodium, a very large quantity. Now, sodium, the normal consumption is not related to blood pressure. So, what I want to tell is that, realistically, if you are talking about cardiovascular disease, many of the causes are unknown. Many of these things are not related. There are only few things are related. Good exercise can be related, positively related. Then type 2 diabetes, there is a inverse proportion. That means if you have type 2 diabetes, there is a chances of getting cardiac events are there high. Anyway, now this is about cardiovascular disease, and I also mentioned about central nervous system or neurological disease. Now think about cancers. Now, until few years back, no mechanism how cancer was happening, never knew. Now started coming because of extensive research. Especially there are 2,000 various different types of cancers are there, and started identifying the novel targets, which is what is called surface antigen, and based on that, targeted therapies have come, mainly antibodies. So this is unfortunately what is the situation. What I basically want to tell is that out of these 35,000 diseases, we are expected to have functional protein as the target, which is about 2,000 targets are possible. As of now, only 200 plus targets are identified, validated. For example, brufen, cyclooxygenase, isn't it? Then paracetamol, COX-3. So like that, these targets are there, and many of these antibiotics are there. So this is the situation. Now, out of these 36,000 diseases, how many drugs are developed? What is called basic drugs. I'm not telling about the formulation. There are 170,000 different formulations are registered with the DCGA. I'm not telling about that. For example, paracetamol, you can see in 100 different formulations. basic drugs, there is only 420. And the rational drug discovery development has happened only last 30, 40 years. And before that, it was by serendipity. For example, one of the earliest discovery was aspirin, probably about 100 years. Then at the peak of the discovery, when rational drug discovery came, that means everything you know. What is the target? What is the drug? What is the configuration? What is the conformation? How it binds? How it is binding to a target? How it is transported? How it is excreted? Now everything is known. It is very, very difficult to get an approval from FDA. Now, you also, that as I mentioned, 420 drugs, and last 15, 20 years, the small molecules has started declining. NC, new chemical entities, discovery development, it has become extremely difficult. But luckily, biologics has started. Biologics means, erythropoietin, interferon alpha, interferon gamma. Now, many antibodies, various interesting antibody. Subsequent to that, I will be talking about that some of the antibody fractions, how we have developed. I will be talking about that. Now, so the decline of NC has come, and now biologics have started. Now, in this, that multiple opportunities are there. I will also briefly tell about. Anyway, this is briefly about the drug discovery and development. What I wanted to tell is that there is ample opportunity. Enormous work has to be done so that in next 50 years, at least 80% of the disease we can combat. This is the situation, but drug discovery and development is one of the most complex thing. It needs $2 billion, and you will be amazed to know India has not developed not a single new drug from here. I was a drug discovery scientist when I was in Sun Pharmaceutical. We had to go for phase 1 outside. Now we have developed 2 molecules, biologics, which is reaching phase 1. But unfortunately, many of the Indian companies have significantly gone down in developing novel drugs because of the complexity, the money required, and they do not want to take too much of a risk. And India has not approved a single phase 1 trial. Most of the novel drugs have developed 7 countries, mostly in the US, then in Europe, 1 or 2 in China, Germany, couple of ones, Japan, few. So these are the only countries which have developed drug, but India has reached absolute pinnacle in terms of API discovery or API development, and as well as, formulation development, because we are extremely good in that one. I will just briefly also tell about, last 50 years, the major discoveries. Because of time restriction, I'm not going to go too much. And what some of the key areas of research in the pharma is, one is new chemical entities, which I mentioned, then biologics and biosimilars. Now, many companies are focusing on biologics and novel biologics, and biologics also development, multiple ways are there. Then one of the ways what we developed using Phage display, I will be explaining. Then role of precision medicine. Earlier that, any drug for anyone, that will not work now because of the problems associated with administration, distribution, metabolism, excretion. Every drug works in a very different way to various people. Now, how a particular drug works and the dosage for a particular patient may not be the same for another person, and sometimes it may not even work. A very good example is that blood pressure. 3 different categories of drugs are there. These 3 different beta adrenergic receptor antagonists, or angiotensin converting enzyme, or calcium channel antagonists. 3 different ones works very differently, different ways. That is what is called the precision medicine. Then, of course, diagnostics, in vitro diagnostics, that's another a big area which is coming up. Then medical devices, then nutraceuticals. This is another very interesting thing to discuss. Nutraceutical not as a drug molecule, as a supplement, and nutraceutical formulation and precision medicine, which I have mentioned. I think because of the time constraints, I am not continuing, but I will start with my talk later today, where I will be talking about the development of two different Fab molecule, fraction antigen binding, or a biologics, how it was developed first time in India using a novel technology, and how it has reached phase 1 trial in the US. Thank you very much.
Sir, for sharing your insights. It is my great pleasure to welcome our esteemed guest, Sri Yashwant Mishra, co-founder of Life Pharma Coalition. Sir has been instrumental in advocating for innovative practices in pharmaceutical industry, focusing on how digital transformation can drive efficiency and engagement. Please join us in welcoming Mr. Yashwant Mishra, sir, to share a few words to inspire us.
Thank you very much. Vanakkam. So I take it privilege to an honor to be here, and I thank Dr. Selvamani sir to give me this honor and inviting me to collaborate with Anna University on behalf of Life Pharma Coalition for this 25th Silver Jubilee program. Life Pharma Coalition is a global knowledge and networking platform for pharma professionals. And we have a group of 4,000 pharma sales, marketing, manufacturing, R&D, supply chain leaders who come together like this conference and discuss what are the challenges and what are the best practices across pharma industry in India and global scenario. Fortunately, we are inviting some of these speakers who will be coming today and also tomorrow, some of them globally from Cambodia, from Malaysia. They will be connecting with us virtually, and they will highlight why Indian pharma industry is known as pharmacy of the world. As rightly said by my earlier lecturers also, India is the pharmacy of the world because around 50% of medicine across the world is being supplied by India. Not only that, 70% of vaccines are supplied by India all over the world. And that is why it is very important for us to discuss how we can take Indian pharma industry to a greater height. Once again, thank you very much, Dr. Selvamani and Anna University for inviting me for collaboration. I wish all the best for this conference. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing. It is my great pleasure to welcome Dr. William R. Clark, MD. Sir has had a remarkable journey in both academia and industry, contributing extensively to the fields of chemical engineering and nephrology. Dr. Clark's educational background is truly impressive, having earned his MS in chemical engineering from Purdue University, followed by a Doctor of Medicine from Indiana University. His career has spanned various prestigious positions, including his current roles as adjunct clinical professor of medicine at Indiana University School of Medicine and professor of engineering practice at the Charles D. Davidson School of Chemical Engineering, Purdue University. Now we welcome Dr. William Clark to deliver the keynote address.